Coming to you live from the East Coast at 11 p.m. This is called Classics Radio. Your host, Teets. Grinding some Age of Mythology. Holy bit of goodie. Great remake. I think so. Some people are of a different opinion. That's a prerogative. You take issue with some things about the game that I don't see as. Well, that's besides the point. Doing some day or two of just playing against bots. Before diving into the ladder, got some strats on my iron out. Different, excuse me, all different gods. The one so far that I feel like I have pretty solidly down. Weirdly enough, I haven't played very many games with Tezcatlipoca, but it was good. See a lot of the recent pro tier lists put him at like B tier under the other two are like S tier for most of what I've seen, which certainly gets a lot. He's supposedly, I don't think he's like he's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's like so much better than this guy that makes the him 2 tiers below. Regardless, I just think it's a lot of people haven't picked him up yet. Done any theory crafting. Because, to be fair, he's Lepochly and Quetzalcoatl. It's pretty fun strats. But getting the economy right for Quetzalcoatl, when you get it right, it's super powerful. When you fumble a little bit, then sometimes you can be hung up here or there. You don't get to press as much of an advantage as you'd like. But I don't know. I've got a few things that I'd like to work on. I have a list here I should honestly put up in the stream visual aids. Visual aid. Oh, wow. It would have helped if I transitioned screens, huh? Yeah, I'm still rusty with streaming as well. The visual aids on the other screen anyway. Regardless. Get to move these refrigerators. I got to move these color TVs. Where is it? No, I want the first one. That's up here. And then oh yeah, I guess I would have to like screenshot the text out. This is a riveting start to the stream, I know. But I actually have things that I want to do here, and it would be nice to at least show. Okay. What I've seen in my own game from watching some replays and just paying attention to, you know, what advantage I could exploit or when, and when I fail to do so. I've come up with a few things. First of all, I need to be a little bit more deliberate with my scouting. I think that just auto scouting, not, I don't know. You can certainly survive against the AI that way, but you do want to have information on army location. You want information on army composition, so you can provide counter units, as well as expansion locations, villager locations. All these things. Need to get better with them. Early and mid-game harass, I've been working on with a couple of builds, but I feel like, doing stuff like early game rushes and tower rushes and stuff like that, it's all well and good, but doesn't necessarily constitute like an early game harass when that's your entire strategy. That's just the early game all in, I suppose. And then mid game, and maybe I should force myself to play a bit more Egypt because they're all about heroic age timings. But usually I either go for something of a rushdown or a like mythic age, turtle up, get my army nice to where I want it, be able to defend in my base, and then expand out from there. But even with, turtling and whatnot, I still end up doing like a 1TC sort of build. So expanding is also on that list. I skipped the recognizing kill potential because I kind of covered that with my opening spiel. But expanding, that's something that time and time again I see, pro games. If you're not going 1TC all in, pretty much the first thing you do when you age up to the classical age is expand. And that's something I should probably be practicing. As well as knowing when it's appropriate to do so. And lastly, the matchup knowledge for specific gods and units. Generally, I can react sort of on the fly, but I don't know. My preference, let's say, singing the word, sorry, brain fart. My preference would be, winning the game before it even starts, so to speak. And by that I mean, having a strategy in mind once I see the matchup of, okay, well, this is what I plan to do. This is what they're likely going to do. This is how I can counter that. So that my strategy goes through. I've got some of that knowledge on the fly, but having it concrete is another thing entirely. But enough talk about that. Actually get to the game itself. Stop talking. Some of this other shit. Alright. Now, as far as, you know, these things that I've identified in my own game that I need to work on, I've allotted myself until the end of May to kind of work through it with just AI opponents, see how I do in isolation, and then come June, gonna try and grind the ladder and see how, you know, facing off against human opponents elevates that game, or, you know, exposes even more weaknesses. Yippee. Then, at the end of June, supposed to be that qualifier for the Gameathlon, or Gameathlon, which sounds very funny if you say it slow enough. That's Boit is putting on. Probably the biggest, like, caster personality that I've seen in Age Mythology. Like, respectable player in his own right. And, you know, he just seems to have the voice and the chutzpah for it, you know? But yeah, he's been throwing events left and right. He even has a tournament that just had qualifiers today that I didn't even know about. I've been trying to keep up with the scene, but I guess that's what I get for not really using Discord that much, huh? Regardless, I will, just so I stop talking and start playing, go with just the Tezcatlipoca strategy that I've been working on the last few days. A couple days ago, I should say. Fuxi in arena. Okay.
Shimomotkena. Galchiket. Motlana wati. Ni itskal chlamik tiket. Shikamanalti nalia. Motkinetla katni neki. Te postre. Galchiket te postre.
And there was such a better spot.
Shikamanana mochiwa. Kienet kwateki pastolti. Kwateki.
Mistake. Gotta help if my man can get out here.
Shikamanalti. Shimomok Ellis. Tlamik ticket.
Go, Sushido.
Motlana wati.
Poison.
Nichiwas.
Motlana watil. Shimomokni neki. Galchiket. Tlamik tiket.
That will be decent. I just have it for fun. Thoughts.
watil. Ineki. Koateki.
It's a weird one. But we do need that instead.
Ni itsto.
Ain't too bad, son. Especially for the Aztecs, what we got here. It's favorite. Nice, nice.
Shikamanalti. Shimomokuiklawi kena. Tlamiktiket.
Chikamanalti. Koateki.
Blast these trees. Yeah, this would have been a situation for us. 100%. It's that way. We got the gold, we got the deer, we got all in one. Double lumber outposts.
Ni itsto. Talchiket. Tlamiktiket.
And that was super late compared to what it should be.
Itztak. Kuali.
Peach Blossom Tree would be a
Neat
dope
stock.
to get.
Kuali. Nalia. Nichiwas. Nalia. Kuali.
Yeah,
Motlanawaneki. Te post.
sloppy. Not thinking. Fire.
Shikamanalti. Otla Nawati. Nalia. Nichiwas. Nalia. Kuali.
Guy's ass over there.
Shikamanalti.
Shikamanalti kalchiket. Tlamiktiket.
Shimomo Kenatlakatl. Kena. Koateki.
Stab.
Liit. Nalia. Nichiwas.
Denver. This is your purpose.
Shikamanalti. Motla Nawati. Nalia. Shikam. Elis. Kenatlakineki. Elis. Koateki.
No, fucking on age up. Should be the best thing. And yeah, I know the argument is offensive god now.
Shikama. Kuali. Nichiwas.
Ni itkenet mamochi. Kenet
I've
kuate.
had
Motla Nawati. The postli.
decent success. You're about to see me not
Motla
have
Nawati.
success. This is the way these things go. Yeah, but
Liit. Motla Nawati. Nalia. Kuali. Liit. Kenatlakatl.
stage 1.
Talchiket. Itztak. Nichiwas. Shikamanalti. Nichiwas. Motla Kuali. Shikamanalti. Kuali. Shikamanalti. Talchiket. Calchicat, calchicat. Listo. Nichiwas. Shimomoquitla masewatsi.
Shimomoquitlao. Calchi shikamanalti. Calchi matlanawati. Ni its shikamantin.
Shikamanalti. Nineki. Calchica. Shikamanalia. Otla nawati. Motla nawatil. Calchica.
Matlanawati.
Elis. Genatlacatl. Needs the hooves. Needs the Shikamanalti. Shikamanalti. Motla nawatil kuali. Nichiwas ni itztok. Shikanalia. Kuali. Nichiwas. Titla de witin.
They have not got watchtowers.
Ni itztok. Motla nawanalia. Kuali. Nalia.
And to stay back.
Motla nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas. Shikamanalti. Nichiwas. Listo. Nalia. Kuali. Nalia. Otla nawati. Shikamanalti. Otla nawati. Listo.
No. Oh my god, I wasted so much.
Otla nawati. Nalia.
Nichiwali, Nelia, Nichiwali, Nelia,
Towers.
Watana Nichiwas, Nelia, Yawi Wali,
Alright, I've been neglecting.
Shimomoteposti.
Motla nawati.
Matlanawateki.
Shimomoquitlawi. Calchica.
Shikamanalti. Calchi kenetlacatl.
Shikamanalti.
They're just building a
It's
house instead.
Shikamanalti.
That's one.
Eli Siena. Calchica. Motla nawati.
Teets, Nichiwas, Nelia,
Yeah, you were slow, slow.
Shikamanalti.
Boss, but
Calchica.
play it out.
Calchica. Shimomoquitlawi coateki. Shikamanalti itztok. Motla na nichiwas. Shikamanalti.
It seems they just don't care about the towers.
Motla nileki. Calchica. Ni itztok. Itztok.
That'll be something that I'm actually looking forward to.
Gena, the postly.
Motlanawati galchi momotlawi galchi.
Play against other people. Not that I haven't played against other people.
Motla na watil.
It's just
Shikamanalti. Ni Itzkuali. Ni Chiwas.
Watanawatil.
Shikamanalti.
I only have like one other friend. That's
Nalia.
this game.
Shikamanalti mamochiwa. Pastolti.
I had it all along, and I was too blind to see.
Motla na watil ali.
As it turns out, many things. Spirit which probably is he's not using
Shikama ni Chiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Shimomokwitlawi. The postly.
Shimomokwateki.
Ni Itztok. Motla na watil. Shikamanalti. Ni Itztok. Motla na kuali. Ni Itztok. Ni Chiwas.
Shikamanalti.
Shikamanalti. Ni Itztok. Kuali. Motla na watil. Nalia.
Shikamanal. Wal. Tita de Witi.
Ni Itztok. Kuali. Shikamanal. Ni Chiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Techimitia. Ni Chiwas. Kuali. Motla na Nalia. Techimitia. Shikaman ni Chiwas. Nalia. Ni Kuali. Motla na watil. Ni Chiwas.
Shikamanalti. Wal.
Shikamanal. Motla na Nalia.
Yeah, because I'm realizing
Teets. Tetzimitian.
Ni
Shikamanal. Chiwas. Nelia. Tita de Witi. Teets. Watanawat. Wal. Teets. Nelia.
Motla na Shikam. Ni Itztok.
they
Motlanawati nineki. Kena. Galchi posto.
Shikamanalti. Coateki.
Shikam. Chiwas. Teets. Wal. Nelia. Wali. Nichwali. Yawi. Nelia. Wali. Nichiwas. Wali. Nelia. Wali. Nichiwas. Nelia. Watana. Wali. Nichiwas. Nelia. Wali. Nichiwas. Nelia. Wali. Nelia. Nichiwas.
Motla na Kuali.
Niitstok.
Shikamanal Kuali.
Shikamanal.
Shikam ni Chiwas. Ni Itztok. Kuali. Titla de Witin.
Watana. Wat. Techimitia.
Motla na watil. Shikamanalti.
Niitstok.
Motla na Nalia. Ni Itztok. Ni Chiwas. Shikamanalti. Motla na Kuali. Ni Chiwas. Nalia. Kuali. Ni Chiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Shikamanal. Ni Chiwas.
Shikamanal. Nelia. Wali. Nelia. Nichiwas. Nelia. Wali. Nichiwas. Nelia. Nichiwas. Watana. Wat. Wali. Nichiwas.
Kena galchi. Galchi.
Ni Kuali. Nalia. Titla de Witin. Shikama ni Chiwas. Kuali. Motla na Nalia. Techimitia.
Teets, Nelia, Nichiwas, Kuali,
Otla na wati ito. Nichiwas. Kuali.
Nelia, Nichiwas, Tetzimiktian, Yawin, Tetzimiktian, Itatewitin, Kuali, Yawin,
Shikama nalia.
Shikam Nelia, Nichiwas, Kuali,
Otla na wati chiwas. Shika kuali. Nalia. Ni kuali.
Calchicat. Calchicat.
Both of those up.
Shikama nani chiwas. Otla na wati. Nalia. Shikama kuali. Nalia. Ni chiwas. Ni nalia. Kuali. Nalia. Shikama nani chiwas. Nalia.
Watanawati Chiwas,
Otla na wati shikama kuali.
Ni itsto. Te posti.
Elis. Kenatlacatl. Calchicat. Motlanahuatil. Ximomocuitlagis. Coateca. Niitzto. Calchicat. Chicamanal. Calchicat. Calchicat. Calchicat.
Some scouts.
Ni itztok. Shikamanal ni chiwas. Otla nalia. Shikamanal. Kuali. Ni itztok. Shikamanal ni chiwas. Otla na wati.
Yeah, they might just because they'll run their villagers back and forth. Or if it, because they
Nalia.
don't
Shikama
understand
kuali.
the path.
Nalia. Ni chiwas.
Say for helping
Nalia.
used up both.
Kuali.
And like this one, they've probably seen with a scout,
Ni chiwas.
but they don't have
Nalia.
the gumption,
Kuali.
the wherewithal.
Ni chiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Ni chiwas.
They don't have the wherewithal to make a new gate in their existing walls for pathing.
Titla de Witin. Nalia. Kuali. Ni itztok.
It's half decent time use, I think.
Shikamanal.
See, this is my problem. This is supposed to be a tower rush, and
Kuali.
yet
Nalia.
sorry, taking my
Kuali. Ni chiwas. Otla na wati. Ni itztok. Kuali.
Niitzto, Nelia, Kuali, Nichiwas,
Shikamanal. Nalia.
unupgraded.
Dialvin. Titla de Witin. Tetzimiktian. Titla de Dialvin.
I don't know if the AI gets their +1/+1s.
Mamochiwa. Kena.
It's a good
Motla Nahuatil.
Nineki. Kineti katmamochi. Shimomo nineki. Kina. Motlana wati. Kalchekosti.
Niitsto. Kena te postli. Koateki. Koateki. Bastol.
Wait, oh. Right, I should have been putting that shit down
Motlana Watil.
way before. I forgot.
Niitsto. Bastol.
Liitzo.
Done that
Nichiwas.
when I
Kuali.
got
Techimitia. Nalia. Nichiwas. Nalia. Motla Nahuatil. Kuali.
No, but I should have
Chica Manalti. Nalia.
This one this time.
Niitsto.
Liitzo.
Watil.
I still got shit going around. See, this is the shit. Tezcatlipoca, you got it. Otherwise, they will just keep spawning shit. Spawning shit. Spawning shit.
Motla Nahuatil. Nichiwas. Isla de Witi. Techimitia. Dialbi. Techimitia. Isla de Witi. Dialbi. Techimitia. Isla de Witi. Dialbi.
Jeez, that sounds good.
Motlana wati. Iau kuali. Chimitia.
That, okay.
Ilate witi.
They built a team.
Chitiau. Ilate witi. Chimitia. Ilatiau. Chimitia. Ilatiau. Ilate witi. Motlana wati nalia. Nichiwas. Chimitia.
Yeah, it's a long drawn out siege, but I guess it might have been a little bit faster if I only had one layer of walls to get through. Regardless. see filter. It's funny. I've never actually seen it. There's a graph in this game. That's cool. Square matter. It's a good indicator in game of some stuff. Although, you know, who doesn't love, you know, number go up? Unless that's your losing streak. Number go down, probably better. Kind of all over the place, mostly on top of my food. Just then where I had just a fuck ton of wood. It's not really on top of gold too much. But yeah. Can I fit it on one page for like a visual aid? Probably not. Perhaps like slideshow presentation. Theoretically, this guy. That was the build. Same build that I was going. That was only a almost 18-minute game, so good 7 minutes faster. But also the same sort of shit arose, where the AI just sort of stun locked. Couldn't find the gold mine that was essentially right in front of it. It was fixated on one gold mine. Back and forth with the same one. Every time a tower would shoot a villager, just run back to the tower. Run back to the tower. Get shot, run back to the tower. And so on. I mean, take that what you will. I do think there should be, you know, more tower play with Tezcatlipoca. The traps, I haven't really. If the traps were a little cheaper, maybe instead of having maximum traps increased. I guess that it does make the traps cheap. Yes, it does. 20%. Making minus 16 of that. Minus 3. Does that make it? It's 60. should also be said is that like if you get like Sting and Japan instead, or you go like Alanal's Shadle instead of Wakeo, then Sting and Japan, I feel like that or like Kilowache Trance affect traps as well would make them see a lot more play. Interesting. Gotta get much better with Quetzalcoatl. The timing on like getting Feast of Sustenance up ASAP. I don't know how I'm gonna optimize that, but my idea with Quetzalcoatl is like you get Feast of Sustenance up ASAP, and then have a ring of farms around your livestock pen. Have temple one farm away from that Kelp. You then have a second ring of farms around the first ring of farms. Minus what space would be taken up by the temple. And then you have that Kelp rally point to temple. I feel like that travel time, the extra, farm distance that the outer ring has to travel is still worth the pretty much permanent, reliable, ticks of Feast of Sustenance. And if I'm not mistaken, that also affects your favor gain, but it would have been oops. That was happening. Oops. But I feel like I don't know. It's decent enough for now. I'm pretty beat. I had to wake up early. So that's all she wrote for tonight. This has been your host, Teets, for Cult Classics Radio.